Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Del, and you're here to be extra with Del. So if you don't know yet, I blog about Miss Universe yearly, and I tell you guys my honest opinion about who's gonna win, who's gonna be my top 10, my top 20, and who is gonna fail this year, which people don't wanna hear, but that's the truth. I tell you the truth. So if you don't like to hear the truth, then skip it forward. But before you do that, make sure you like and subscribe and share it to somebody who is not a hater. And so with that said and done, this video is going to be about my official, I can't believe it, you guys, after so long, it's my official top 10 of Miss Universe 2022. Shall we start? Let's go. Number 10. So my number 10 is, as it pains me to say this, it's actually going to be, she was my immediate first top favorite, which was Miss Peru. Miss Peru is one of the most stunning, gorgeous Giselle Bundchen lookalike contestant. I mean, I love Peru, and I love Peru, the country in itself. I think the drawback from Miss Peru is that her speaking ability may not be as strong enough. Again, I think like during Miss Universe 2020 is when they had a really good shot in Miss Universe when they stole the crown from Janique Maceta. Because Janique Maceta, you guys, I was able to interview Janique Maceta in person. That's actually in my video pages, so if you want to check it out, I do have an interview with Miss Janique Maceta del Castillo. I interviewed her when she was here in Los Angeles, but I think that was the best time when like Peru really had a good shot at being winning Miss Universe. Miss Janique Maceta's like speaking level is amazing. So I wish Miss Peru this year, Alicia, had that kind of ability as well. But you know what? It is what it is. At least we know that she's going to have an incredible singing career, perhaps. My number 9 is going to be Miss, this is pain me to say this because a lot of you, of my viewers, are her big fans, which is Miss India. I'm going to have Miss India, and I know she has an incredible speaking ability. I know that. That's undeniable, but we're looking at everything now, and, I think she's like beautiful, and I think she's stunning, and I think her transformation has like, it's just like incredible how she's transformed. I do think that she should have done something with her hair even more. I think that she should have cut it like a bob or something like that. Her hair right now does not suit her. It's in such an awkward length, I feel. And so, I mean, yeah, it's a beauty pageant, you guys. How you look matters. And I think her styling is not very good. I think whoever is styling her is not doing a good job. So unfortunately, because of that, I think that she kind of gets muddled in the background versus standing out. So, it's Miss Universe. You gotta be an it girl, and unfortunately, maybe not a Miss Universe type, but she's amazing. We love her, and at least we know that, like, she's gonna be in the top 10 at least. So, but back to back can still be real, but we'll see. Okay, don't get mad at me. Please support my channel still. My number 8 is going to be Miss Italy. So I feel like Miss Italy she kind of reminds me of, her momentum is very much like Miss Paraguay last year, where I felt like, okay, I like Paraguay, yes. And I really didn't think Paraguay was going to do really well because it's like she comes from a country with not a big powerhouse. However, she did have like major followings and has a really, really extensive amount of like experience in modeling, and she had like a huge following. And I didn't know that, honestly. I didn't do much. I was not much interested in Miss Paraguay like last year, but I feel like Miss Italy will propel forward because, like Miss Paraguay had that beauty that's just like, oh my God, like you cannot take your eyes off of her. And she has that story about her eyes. And so, I mean, to me, it's just like, I feel like Italy has that look, and she has that X factor that like you want to get to know her. And she's definitely, somebody who is a good speaker, not the best speaker, but again, it's all the packages. She can carry a conversation, absolutely. But most importantly though, there's an X factor about her. And I think out of all the, like the queens that from Europe, they have to bring somebody from Europe. I think that like she's going to be the one that's going to stand out from Europe because, you know, we're all about diversity. And I think she's the one who stands out the most from Europe. And so, yeah, what do you guys think? I think that she's so beautiful. She's a reincarnation of Miss South Africa 2018, Tamara Green. And I would love somebody that looks like Tamara Green to be Miss Universe. Seriously, because Tamara Green was like incredibly gorgeous. You know, it was it was between her and Catriona Gray. That was a tough one. But what do you guys think? Italy, number 8. For my number 7, we have Curacao. So I always have Curacao actually in my top because I think Curacao is that low-key country that sort of like, like always makes it, because like they're kind of like silent threats, honestly. And this year, Gabrielle, she is gorgeous. She literally looks like Pia Wurtzbach. I was just looking, I was like, oh my God, she really looks like Pia. And she's got that Pia aura. Oh my God, if you guys don't know Pia Miss Universe Philippines Miss Universe 2015, Pia Wurtzbach. And they kind of look alike. And you guys, Curacao knows how to speak, and she doesn't just know how to speak well. She connects. She knows how to, laugh along with you. She knows how to laugh at her own selves, and she just connects, and these are the kind of, these connections are so important because it's like you're going to tour around the world or the universe rather. And you have to be able to speak to them and connect with them, especially with younger people, and then, you have to, she's a Gen Z, so I mean, she represents a certain group of people that like, you have to, relate to. And I think she's very relatable and, intelligent at the same time. And, sure, she may not have the biggest followings, but she has, like the X Factor, they can take a chance on her. Why not? But, I think that she's going to really excel and she's going to do really well. What do you guys think? And do you guys think she looks like Pia Wurtzbach? Like, seriously, I really think they look alike. Miss Universe Curacao is going to be in my list. So let me know what you guys think about that. So my number 6 is, I think, who's going to win the Miss Cruise that they do yearly now for the last 2 years. And it seems like it's always somebody from the Caribbean. And so this year, I think that will be Miss Aruba. Or actually Miss Curacao also. But I'm going to say Miss Aruba. Aruba has always stood out to me. She is gorgeous. And she's a great speaker. She graduated law, I think, recently. So, Miss Universe always loves a woman who is not only super beautiful, but it's a woman who has substance. And I think that's what she is. She speaks well. I think she could use a little bit more personality, but I think she carries conversation well. I mean, we've seen her, they've guested her on the Miss Universe platform before or Instagram before, doing all those up close and like one-on-one videos, etc. So I feel like that's kind of telling to me. So I really, really think that she's going to make it to top 6. I mean, it really depends how she does on preliminary. Then, then I think that's going to be, the telling. But I do think that she's going to win the Miss Cruise. And I think, if I'm not wrong, if the trend goes right, or, if the trend is for the last 2 years, I mean, it's only been 2 years, but the last 2 years, those who won Miss Cruise definitely went into top 10 for sure. Like last year was like the Bahamas or something, and she was into top 10. So it's very important to kind of like make these kind of like, like observations, stuff like that. But I mean, she is very deserving. So I'm sure it's part of the agenda to find somebody in the Caribbean to be deserving, but also, very much capable to become Miss Universe. So I think she's that. So she's going to be on my list. So what do you guys think? Miss Aruba. Number 5, we have the one and only Miss Brazil. So yes, I'm going to put Miss Brazil, even though she looks like she's got some work done on her face. I think her journalism background is going to eat it up and, leave dust for the other Miss Universe contestants to inhale because I think Miss Universe Brazil is a great speaker and they're also understanding how to win pageants. I mean, they just won Miss Grand International and Isabella is a stunning queen and gorgeous, and they understand that and they understand like who they shall send to what pageant, because Miss Universe is looking for somebody to speak English, let's be honest, because they don't want to pay for translators, okay? And the beauty of it all is that she speaks English really well. Like there's no accent. She speaks Portuguese and she's multilingual, so that's beautiful. And again, she is a funny speaker. She has journalism background, and another thing that we need to note is that a Miss Universe is a spokesperson, and she's also going to do like correspondent like work and stuff like that. Rest in peace to Miss USA 2019. She was exactly, she also ended up doing like journalism after before she passed away. And after she won, she did that, as well as Miss Universe last year. I think Miss USA last year is also now like doing like ET, like Entertainment Tonight or something like that. If I'm wrong, correct me. But I think Brazil has that in her pocket, and she is going to run with it, girl, and she speaks well. But it's just a matter of like how she's going to present herself for preliminary. So we'll see. But I think she's a strong contender. And I've seen her now while she's like posting all this stuff while they're in New Orleans, and she's actually more beautiful on like regular cameras versus like TV, So, and that's important too. So what do you guys think? For number 4, we have this one and only South Africa. Do we need to like even have to explain why she's in the top 5? I mean, she is a stunning Black beauty and incredibly intelligent. She's well spoken. She is a fashion icon. She's like not an icon, not yet. She's a fashionista. Love the story. I love, like, she's very proud of her hair. She changes it up. She's in dreadlocks, and then she looks good in different type of hairstyles. She's just amazing. I really, really love South Africa. And, when you speak to her, she feels like she's your friend. And but honestly though, like, how stunning is she? And it's like, I think South Africa just sort of like always sends like a very complete individual, and may I add, very natural looking, not like, like some other countries, like the Philippines. They really go out, like, they really, like the Philippines really go all out. And so like, sometimes surgically alter the girls, and like, you don't have to do that. And that's what I love about South African queens. They're very natural. And one of my favorite this year is definitely South Africa. And, I can't wait and how she's going to interpret, South Africa this year. Because, everybody is, represent their like South Africa differently, like every year, So I want to see that. I want to see the aesthetic of South Africa elevated to the next level. And I think she's going to do that. I'm really excited to see her on like the preliminary competition. So what about you guys? What do you guys think? Number 4? For number 3, I actually have Guatemala, Ivana Batchelor. And we know, first of all, sorry, I totally lost the video that I created. But Ivana Batchelor not only plays second runner-up in Miss Grand International, but she is that girl who really speaks the best out of everybody. Very natural, very intelligent, and most importantly is that she's relatable. And I remember there was like an interview on like, I think, when they did the Q&A on Instagram, and somebody asked her like, what would you tell somebody who says something negative about you? And she referenced Taylor Swift, Shake It Off, because, that's what you do to haters. And I found that really, really fascinating that she can like, be like intellectual, intelligent, but also insert pop culture in it. And that's relatable because as Miss Universe, you're going to be touring and doing, interviews with, Good Morning America, as well as radio stations. And radio stations, it's important to be relevant and to have like a sense of knowledge of music. So I thought that was really relatable and can really relate to the young Gen Z generation out there. So I like her. I thought she should like I don't know, change her hair a little bit. But I mean, if that's what she feels who she is, and I guess she's staying natural, that's better than looking fake like Miss Universe Philippine Celeste. Oops, I did not just say that. I'm so sorry. I've been drinking some wine. But yeah, what do you guys think? Miss Guatemala, number 3. Number 2, we have Puerto Rico. I know, she's almost there, and I know I wanted to put her in my number 1. I mean, last year I also had Puerto Rico as my number 1, and like I think she was in top 10. If she didn't do all of this, she would have done better. So I think that Miss Puerto Rico, obviously she was in Miss USA before. She competed in Miss USA before. She did excellent. She has a history already with the Miss USA organization, and they know her. She had a potential to be Miss USA. So I don't see anything else that would hold her back in becoming Miss Universe. I mean, clearly there is something there that, a lot of like judges see about her. And, she's into math, she's into outer space, she's very much into representing who she is as a Black woman. And, she wants to empower young Black women or morenas, to go for what they dream of, and, to go for something such as math, beauty queen, like that doesn't add up, you get it? So I just think there's something really like stand out ish about her. And, and she's beautiful, obviously, and very natural looking. And I think that's what's going to stand out, is because she looks incredibly natural. So I think that's it. I think Miss Puerto Rico is going to go far again this year, per usual. And I just hope that she make like incredible, fashion choices for preliminary, because I cannot wait to see the fashion, you guys. Oh my God. All right, you guys ready for number 1? I can't hear you. Number 1, come on. Gotta wait a second. Okay, so now, please give me a drum roll. My number 1 in Miss Universe 2022 is Miss USA. So I think that Miss USA is the perfect winner this year. Not only that she is stunning, she is a fashionista. She's very much, her cause is, it's very much in tune with, what we all like preach about, which is like, protecting the environment. She is a sustainable designer, and she's always up. She always redo her clothes, and she makes her own outfit. Again, she's like the fashionista of all of them, because again, everything comes from her head. She does her own stuff, or she sketches her own stuff and have somebody do it. That's incredible. As somebody who is also a designer, I think that's pretty cool. And she is obviously stunning, and she is an incredible speaker, and it's not forced. It doesn't sound rehearsed. And when it comes to her look, I think her look is incredibly modern, but it's also like, it's the current look, like that, like kind of a white woman, but with like an edge of like an ethnic woman. Because again, she is half white, half Filipina. She is from Texas. So, I mean, the fact that she's half white, half Filipina should tell you that, like, that is exactly what they want. Somebody who's gonna sort of like clickbait the Philippines and, pay attention to the new queen. And I mean, like, hello, let's not lie and deny that it's not a business. Obviously it is. And they would want somebody, a spokesperson who can speak to many people. And I think with Miss USA, she's from Texas. That's the second largest populated state in the United States. after California, where I'm from, so, and it's a huge beauty pageant like town or state, so it's like perfect, So, and then the fact that she's half Filipina, oh my God, the Filipinos are going to go crazy. And you guys know how fanatic Filipinos are when it comes to beauty pageants. So I think she's going to win. I think she is, the fact that she is from Texas and in New Orleans is right next to Texas, I don't doubt that they would want. And then politically, I think she is also right up there where like the media in the United States is gunning for the inclusion and the idea, like, their narrative right now is including, like more representation of like Asian Americans and, but, you have to be half white to be represented as Asian American, I guess. So, anyway, but that's just me being a hater. I think that she's going to win. She is exactly the package Miss Universe is looking for. And, I don't doubt that the sponsors are already eyeing her. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the sponsors are Filipinos too. So, and the owner now is from Thailand. So that might work out for her as well. So what do you guys think? So that's about it, you guys. What do you guys think of my list? Let me know who is going to win, who you're representing, and what the hell did I just say? Right? Like, she's so dumb. What the hell? She didn't include my country. She's a moron. I don't give a fuck, bitch. Because to me, I'm honest, and I think this is how it's going to go down. And for the last 2 years, I have predicted, well, all the winners were in my top 5, okay? Last year, I had India at number 2, and the year before that, I had Mexico at number 4, and I had Peru winning, but, she should have won. But we won't go there. But I've always had the winner in my top 5. So last year, I came very close having Miss India Harna Sandhu as my top 2. So we'll see. I'm super excited. I'm actually going to be at New Orleans, Louisiana, watching the pageant, you guys. So keep an eye out for more videos and videos that hopefully I run into the girls and I'm able to say hi to them and, give you guys all the contents that you want. Hello, that's what I'm here for. And so if that's, and that's it. Like, it's going to be next week. You guys, we waited for a long time for this and I'm so excited and I'm so happy to be able to share my opinion with you guys. And thank you guys for watching and supporting. Again, if you're not subscribed yet, please like and subscribe. It'll help my channel a lot. And again, I'd love to make, YouTube friends and, I get to talk to you guys about, our love for Miss Universe and beauty pageants and the queen that represents our countries, right? So that's about it. Let me know and represent your country in the comment box. Let's have a conversation and let's continue the excitement, okay? Again, stay extra and stay beautiful. Bye.